all that does is keep you in prison. And you don't get a chance to experience what may be there for you because you can't shift out of that mindset.
And it's funny that you mentioned that because that kind of transitions into the next question of how do you stay authentic in a world that rewards performance, especially when your message is rooted in healing, real healing. How do you remain authentic?
Well, OnJerya,
I
you
know.
sit like that because I never got away from my raising. You see, I talk about this, but this really happened and it made an impact on me. Yes, I had the incest stuff going on. Yes, we lost our uncle that you never knew. And, yes, I lost my sight. But when I was in middle school, I had classmates that would talk to me about being raped. I had one that I often talk about whose parents divorced, and she went to live with her father in Charlotte, and I've never seen her since. And then I had those older people that I was always hanging out with. Now, some of them would be talking to me just like people talk to me now. That's who I am. It's who I am. And even with some of the things I don't do anymore or at the level that I used to do them, people gravitated towards me and they would pour their heart. I always respected what they shared with me. I never shared it. And so I was never performing. It was me. I just didn't understand. And even sometimes I'm not quite clear on it, and which is a good thing, because that way I don't get the big head. I don't take ownership of something that I really don't own. But they saw something in me. I don't even know if they knew that. I consciously knew it, but they saw something in me that would allow, say, a 50-year-old woman, because I got to think about my age now, a 50-year-old woman to talk to me about her husband and his extramarital affairs, knowing that I would never share that. And I never did because she was hurting. I never shared that. When she first met me, she didn't know me from Adam's house cat.
Right.
But there was something that said that this woman is authentic. She don't pretend. What you see is what you get. And that's the way it's always been. And I think when I was younger, because I was always this person, it made it very hard for me to fit in with my peers through high school. Because I've always been this person, been a little queer, a queer. That's what they used to say. I know that has different terminology now, guys. But I've always been different, but people didn't know why. And they shied away, or they came towards me, or they tried to minimize me by bullying or doing other things because they didn't understand why is this girl like this? Well, because of my DNA from my parents, first of all, and because of the purpose, because we all got a purpose. Mine was just evident and you could see it, and it made me be a little odd, but everybody's is evident. We just don't know what we're looking at. It's always there. We just don't realize what we're looking at. And then some people may try to suppress theirs. Well, I didn't try to suppress it because it was all that I knew. So I didn't know to suppress it.